Mel Novak, the tough and unforgettable face of many action and martial arts films, has passed away due to complications from a stroke. His loss has deeply saddened fans and fellow actors as they remember a man whose on-screen power was matched only by his off-screen kindness. Mel wasn't always planning to be in movies. He started out as a promising athlete, but an injury changed his path and led him to Hollywood. There, he discovered his true passion in gritty crime dramas and high-energy fight scenes. He became known for playing sharp, intense villains characters who were as smart as they were scary. One of his biggest roles came in Game of Death, where he starred alongside Bruce Lee. Audiences were drawn to Mel not just for his fight skills, but for the emotional depth he brought to each role. His characters always had something more beneath the surface, something real, something human. But Mel's story wasn't just about movies. In his later years, he gave his time to prison ministry and outreach programs, helping people find hope and healing. His faith and compassion touched many lives. Far beyond the film set, when the world heard of his passing, it wasn't just his movies people talked about, it was his kindness, his strength, and the way he inspired others. Mel Novak may be gone, but his spirit lives on in the films he made, in the hearts of his fans, and in every life he helped to change. Ted Kotcheff, the brilliant director behind some of film's most powerful moments, has passed away from natural causes. His death leaves a quiet space in the hearts of all who admired his fearless storytelling and artistic vision. Born in Canada to Bulgarian parents, Ted discovered a love for stories early on. He began his career in television, but soon moved to film, where his bold ideas and deep understanding of character set him apart. Ted had a gift for showing raw emotion, tension, and truth on screen, always unafraid to explore difficult subjects. One of his most talked about films, Wake in Fright, shocked and moved audiences with its unflinching look at isolation and madness. But it was First Blood, the film that introduced John Rambo, that brought Ted into the spotlight. He didn't just make action movies, he told stories about pain, survival, and the human cost of violence. As news of his passing spread, actors and filmmakers paid tribute to a man who shaped their work and their lives. Known for his calm presence and strong creative vision, Ted mentored young directors and supported bold ideas, always pushing the boundaries of what stories could say. His legacy lives beyond the films he directed. From the gritty outback of Wake in Fright to the emotional depth of First Blood, Ted showed us that cinema can be both thrilling and deeply human. Though he is gone, Ted Kotcheff's influence remains in every risk-taking filmmaker, every character-driven story, and every film that dares to dig deeper. His life was a lesson in courage, creativity, and the lasting power of storytelling. Joe Bonsall, beloved author and longtime member of the Oak Ridge Boys, has passed away at 76 to complications from ALS. Born in Philadelphia, Joe became part of the legendary Southern gospel group in October 1973. Alongside Dwayne Allen, William Lee Golden, and Richard Sturban, he helped shape the group's signature sound, delivering some of their most iconic hits across decades of performances. Throughout his career, Joe's contributions earned him and the group inductions into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, the Vocal Group Hall of Fame, and the Country Music Hall of Fame. In 1994, he was also honored individually by being inducted into the Philadelphia Music Hall of Fame. Beyond music, Joe was a gifted writer, sharing stories through numerous books and inspiring many with his words. He was also a proud member of the Grand Ole Opry. Joe stepped back from touring in January 2024, leaving behind a legacy rich in harmony, heart, and faith. Though he is gone, his voice, his words, and his spirit will continue to resonate in the world of music and beyond. Jacqueline Zeman, the beloved actress best known for her role as Bobby Spencer on General Hospital, has passed away at 70 after a brief battle with cancer. Born and raised in New Jersey, Jacqueline first pursued dance at New York University before stepping into the world of soap operas. She got her big break in 1976 as Lana McLean on One Life to Live, but it was the following year that changed everything when she took on the iconic role of Bobby Spencer. For over 40 years and in more than 800 episodes, Jacqueline brought heart, fire, and depth to Bobby. Her unforgettable performance earned her for Daytime Emmy nominations and a special place in the hearts of fans across generations. Outside of General Hospital, Jacqueline made memorable appearances on Chicago Hope, Misguided, and earned another Emmy nomination for her role as Sophia Madison on The Bay. Her talent, warmth, and dedication made her a shining presence both on and off screen. Though she's no longer with us, Jacqueline Zeman's legacy will forever live on in the world of daytime television and in the hearts of those she touched. Barbara Bryan, the celebrated stage actress known for her work in Stephen Sondheim musicals, has passed away at the age of 94. Born in England on April 1, 1929, Barbara moved to North America in the 1960s, where her powerful presence quickly made waves in theater. She earned a Drama Desk Award nomination for her performance in entertaining Mr. Sloan and became a cherished performer at Minneapolis Guthrie Theater, beginning in 1970. A true Sondheim muse, Barbara originated the roles of Jack's mother in Into the Woods and George's mother in Sunday in the Park with George. She also portrayed Madame Armfeldt in a 2000 to Washington, D.C. production of A Little Night Music. Her screen work included playing Mozart's mother-in-law in the Oscar-winning film Amadeus 1984. Over the decades, Barbara became known not only for her talent, but for the warmth and elegance she brought to every role. The Guthrie Theater, where she was a fixture for years, honored her memory, saying, "Her legacy will live on at the Guthrie and in our hearts forever." Barbara Bryan leaves behind a remarkable artistic legacy that will continue to inspire theater lovers and performers for generations to come. Erica Ash, the multi-talented actress, comedian, singer, and model, has passed away at the age of 46 after a battle with cancer. Born on September 19, 1977. In the United States, Erica grew up in a military family with parents Donald and Diane Ash. Her childhood was filled with movement, living in places like Germany before eventually studying at a performing arts school in Atlanta, Georgia, though she initially set her sights on becoming a doctor, earning a pre-med degree from Emory University. A life-changing trip to Japan shifted her path. There, she worked as a backup singer and model and found her passion for entertainment. Erica's career quickly blossomed. In 2006, she landed roles in Broadway productions like The Lion King and briefly worked in Germany before joining the cast of the Bay Gay sketch show. Her character LaTanya, a bold fitness instructor, became a fan favorite. In 2008, she joined MAD-TV for its 14th season, making history as the show's 5th African-American female cast member. She stayed through its final season on Fox, leaving a mark with her comedic brilliance and energy. Erica later starred in the Stars sitcom Survivor's Remorse and continued to showcase her range in both comedy and drama. A dynamic performer with a magnetic presence, Erica Ash brought laughter, heart, and power to every role she played. Though her life was cut short, her legacy as an artist and inspiration will continue to shine. Kelly Nellen Clark, beloved gospel singer and leader of the family group The Nellens, has passed away at the age of 64 due to a tragic plane crash. Born on December 1, 1959, in the United States, Kelly was the daughter of gospel legend Rex Nellen and Shirley Reeves. She grew up in Smyrna, Georgia, alongside her brother Todd, surrounded by music and ministry. Her journey in gospel music began as a teenager when she joined the LaFavors. When that group ended in the late 1970s, Kelly joined her father's group, the Rex Nellen Singers, and continued his legacy for more than 40 years. After Rex Nellen's passing in 2000, the group became known as the Nellens, with Kelly as its heart and leader. Under her guidance, the group thrived and was honored with an induction into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame in 2016. Throughout the 1980s, Kelly became one of gospel music's most loved voices, winning numerous Singing News Fan Awards for Favorite Alto and Favorite Female Vocalist. She was also a familiar presence at Bill Gaither's homecoming events, touching lives with her powerful and heartfelt performances. Kelly released several solo albums, including Her Father's Child, 1983, Praise Him Now, 1985, and Steadfast, Heart, 1992, each reflecting her deep faith and musical talent. In 2017, she published her memoir, Coffee with Kelly, Reflections of Hope and Humor, offering insight into her life and spiritual journey. Beyond music, Kelly also appeared in TV shows like Resurrection and Homicide Hunter, and starred in films such as The Old Rugged Cross and His Love is Blind. Kelly Nellen Clarke's life was filled with purpose, grace, and unwavering faith. Her voice lifted spirits, her story inspired many, and her legacy will continue through the lives she touched and the songs she sang. Janet Andrew-Wartha, born on September 16, 1951, in Australia, was a gifted actress, director, and singer whose work left a lasting mark on both Australian television and theatre. Janet's journey began not on stage, but in a classroom as a high school music teacher. Her passion for performance led her to drama school, where she graduated in 1979 and soon began building a remarkable career in both theater and TV. She gained national and international recognition for her bold and unforgettable roles, especially as the rebellious biker Rebecca Reb Keene in Prisoner, and as Lynn Scully in the long-running soap opera Neighbours. But her talents extended far beyond television. Janet had an incredible theater career that spanned more than 4 decades, performing with top Australian companies like the Melbourne Theatre Company and Playbox Theatre Company. In 1981, she toured with her one-woman show, Singing in the Raid, and followed it with standout performances in the Threepenny Opera, Framework, and many more. In 1985, she returned to Prisoner briefly and went on to earn the prestigious Green Room Award for Best Leading Actress for her role in Tom and Viv in 1987. Her work in Embassy as Marion Stewart brought her further acclaim, earning a 1991 Australian Film Institute Award nomination. Janet's career was rich with complex, strong characters, whether on screen or stage. She balanced toughness with vulnerability and always brought authenticity to her roles. With over 40 years of dedication to the arts, Janet Andrew-Wartha remains a celebrated figure in Australian entertainment, a performer whose impact will be remembered through the characters she brought to life and the audiences she inspired. David Graham, born on July 11, 1925, was a legendary British actor and voice artist whose career spanned more than 6 decades. Best known for bringing unforgettable characters to life through his voice, Graham became a beloved figure in British television and radio. He rose to fame in the 1960s as the voice of Parker the Charming and ever-loyal chauffeur to Lady Penelope in the classic series Thunderbirds. With his unique vocal style and clever delivery, Graham made Parker one of the most endearing and iconic characters in British pop culture. His talent extended far beyond Thunderbirds. Graham voiced a range of characters in Gary Anderson's other popular productions, including Stingray and Captain Scarlet and the Mistrons, further showcasing his versatility and imagination. A master of sci-fi sound, he also lent his voice to the early Doctor Who episodes, famously helping bring the terrifying Daleks to life, a contribution that has echoed through the show's long legacy. Beyond voice acting, Graham appeared on screen in various supporting roles in classic British series such as The Avengers and The Saint, adding depth and charm to every role he took on. Even in his later years, David Graham remained active, continuing to lend his voice to characters and narrations that delighted audiences. His work has inspired generations of viewers and performers alike. David Graham's legacy is one of creativity, character, and timeless storytelling. Through the characters he voiced and the worlds he helped build, his impact on British entertainment will never be forgotten. Benny Golson, born on January 25, 1929, in Philadelphia, is a legendary American jazz saxophonist, composer, and arranger whose music has shaped the course of jazz for over 7 decades. Known for his warm tenor saxophone tone and timeless compositions, Golson emerged in the 1950s alongside greats like Dizzy Gillespie, Lionel Hampton, and Art Blakey's jazz messengers. His playing carried emotion and elegance, but it was his writing that truly set him apart. He composed some of jazz's most enduring standards, including I Remember Clifford, Killer Joe, Whisper Not, and Along Came Betty. His ability to craft melodies that were both catchy and harmonically rich made him one of the most sought-after writers in jazz. Beyond the concert stage, Golson brought his talents to film and television, contributing music to well-known shows like MASH and Mission Impossible. As both a bandleader and collaborator, he recorded countless albums and worked with the biggest names in jazz, earning respect across generations. His compositions continue to be performed worldwide, solidifying his legacy, a cornerstone of the jazz repertoire. Benny Golson's influence is immeasurable not just for the music he made, but for the way he bridged tradition and innovation. A master of melody, harmony, and heart, he remains one of jazz's most cherished voices.